This is the book of Exodus, chapter 17, verse 8. Then came Amalek and fought with Israel in Rephidim. And Moses said unto Joshua, Choose us out men, and go out, fight with Amalek. Tomorrow I will stand on the top of the hill with the rod of the Most High in my hand. So Joshua did as Moses had said to him, and fought with Amalek. And Moses, Aaron, and Hur went up to the top of the hill. And came to pass, when Moses held up his hand, that Israel prevailed. And when he let down his hand, Amalek prevailed. But Moses' hands were heavy, and they took a stone and put it under him. And he said thereon, Aaron and Hur stayed up in his hand, and one on the one side and the other on the other side. And his hands were steady until the going down of the sun. And Joshua discomfited Amalek and his people with the edge of the sword. And the Lord Yahweh said unto Moses, Write this for a memorial in a book, and rehearse it in the ears of Joshua. For I will utterly put out the remembrance of Amalek from under heaven. And Moses built an altar and called it the name of it Yahweh Needs. For he said, Because the Lord Yahweh has sworn that the Lord Yahweh will have war with Amalek from generation to generation. Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahushua, Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahushua. Giving all praises, glory, and honor unto our Father, our power, the power of Israel, which his true name is Yahweh, and the name Yahushua, which is his beloved Son. All right. And as always, giving double honors unto our elders and apostles of Great Millstone that taught us this truth by the will of the Lord Yahweh B'Hashem Yahushua, and unto the sincere brothers and prophets that's preaching out the gospel throughout the four corners of the world. Shalom. Shalom goes to the elect of the nation of Israel that the Most High is giving salvation to in these very last days, which is made up of y'all so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans, and scattered Israelites amongst the other nations. That's known as the confusion of faces. Shalom. All right, I just want to get into a quick topic, okay? You know, I had in the screen I had the book of Exodus chapter 17, okay? And it was going to the fact about how the Most High, you know, will have war with Amalek from generations to generation, man. Okay? And Amalek is a tribe from the nation of Esau, okay? And pretty much is like a head tribe of the Edomites, man. The so-called white people, right? You know? And now Amalek nowadays is who? Are known as the so-called Jewish people, man. Okay? You know? Because they're not the original Jew. All right? Let me make that point. They're not the original Jew. Okay? Because for one to be a Jew, you got to be from the tribe of Judah. All right? To make that point real quick, this is the book of Jeremiah chapter 14 and verse 2. And it says, Judah's mournings and the gates thereof language, they are black unto the ground. Okay? So that being said, for you to be a Jew, you got to be from the tribe of Judah. Okay? And the Judahites, all right? The Judahites are who, man? So-called black people. You understand me? So that being said, these so-called people that's calling themselves Jewish, you know, and they don't even call themselves Jewish, man. So like they don't even call themselves Jew. You see, they call themselves Jewish. All right, that is in the end is to pretend to be, you know. But the Most High said that he will have war against these people, man, from generation to generation, man. Okay. And now you show, you know, now we see why, man, because these people have a very proud spirit in their heart. Okay. And as I have it right here on the screen, I have a quick video of what these people are trying to do in this lifetime, man. Okay. And they are doing it by pushing the grain of rice. You see, the SHIP, the MOTB, that is speaking of in the book of Revelation, chapter 13, man. Okay, the MOTB. Okay, and I'm gonna play this clip, and you will see why the Most High has war against these people, man. All right.
Probably one of the last generations of Homo sapiens. Because in the coming generations, we will learn how to engineer bodies and brains and minds. Now, how exactly will the future masters of the planet look like? This will be decided by the people who own the data. Now, why is data so important? It's important because we've reached the point when we can hack not just computers, we can hack human beings and other organisms. Now, what do you need in order to hack a human being? You need two things. You need a lot of computing power, and you need a lot of data, especially biometric data. But control of data might enable human elites to do something even more radical than just build digital dictatorships. By hacking organisms, elites may gain the power to re-engineer the future of life itself. Because once you can hack something, you can usually also engineer it. All of life, for 4 billion years, dinosaurs, amoebas, tomatoes, humans, all of life was subject to the laws of natural selection and to the laws of organic biochemistry. But this is now about to change. Science is replacing evolution by natural selection with evolution by intelligent design. Not the intelligent design of some god above the clouds, but our intelligent design and the intelligent design of our clouds. The IBM cloud, the Microsoft cloud, these are the new driving forces of evolution. And at the same time, science may enable life after being confined for 4 billion years to the limited realm of organic compounds. Science may enable life to break out into the inorganic realm. Humans are now hackable animals. You know, the whole idea that humans have, they have this soul or spirit and they have free will and nobody knows what's happening inside me. So whatever I choose, whether in the election or whether in the supermarket, this is my free will, that's over. Free will, that's over. That's over. Today, we have the technology to hack human beings on a massive scale. Yeah, I mean, everything is being digitalized. Everything is being monitored. In this time of crisis, you have to follow science. It's often said that you should never allow a good crisis to go to waste, because a crisis is an opportunity to also do good reforms that in normal times people will never agree to. But in a crisis, you see, we have no chance. So let's do it.
Vaccine won't help us go
the
to the
vaccine
test, of course.
will help us, of course. It will make things, more manageable. Surveillance. People could look back in 100 years and identify the coronavirus epidemic as the moment when a new regime of surveillance took over, especially surveillance under the skin, which I think is maybe the most important development of the 21st century, is this ability to hack human beings, to go under the skin, collect biometric data, analyze it, and understand people better than they understand themselves. This, I believe, is maybe the most important event of the 21st century. By hacking organisms, elites may gain the power to re-engineer the future of life itself. Because once you can hack something, you can usually also engineer it.
Natural selection is replaced by intelligent design. The era of inorganic life is now beginning.
In the coming decades, AI and biotechnology will give us godlike abilities to re-engineer life and even to create completely new life forms. We are about to enter a new era of inorganic life shaped by intelligent design. Our intelligent design.
You see? That's nothing but blasphemy. Okay? You see why the Most High has war against these people, man? From generation to generation. Okay? These people have so much pride in their heart, man. It's just ridiculous. It's overboard. Okay? You know? It's crazy as hell, man. But that's Esau Edom for you, man. Alright? This is the book of Obadiah's 1, and it says, the vision of Obadiah's, thou sayest the Most High Yahweh, power concerning Edom. We have heard a rumor from the Most High Yahweh, an ambassador is sent amongst the heathen. Arise ye, and let us rise against her in battle. Behold, I have made thee small amongst the heathens, thou art greatly despised. Yeah, because, through the years, all the nations hated these people, man, and they still do to this day, okay? Sometimes we have failed as people, not acknowledging who our enemy is, that Esau Edom had always been our enemy, all right? But now she's being she's being uncovered, and everybody's finding out the wickedness and the evil of these people nowadays, man. You see? So these nations are this nation is very despised, man. Verse 3, and it says, the pride of thy heart has deceived thee, thou that dwellest in the cliff of the rock, whose habitation is high, that says in his heart, who shall bring me down to the ground? And you can definitely hear that from the mouth of that devil, man. The things that he was saying, man. You see? Talking about hacking people. Okay? But how are you going to be able to hack a person, man? By giving them what? The grain of rice. The MOTB. Okay? That's the only way that you can do that. Alright? And he's trying to be like the Most High, man. Literally. You see? And he said out of his mouth. It says, verse 4, though thou exert thyself as the eagle, and thou set thy nest amongst the stars, then would I bring thee down, says the Lord Yahweh, Bahashem Yahushua. Of course the Most High is going to bring you down, because you trying to be like the Most High, man. You trying to move Yahweh, Bahashem Yahushua out of his throne and trying to put yourself out there, man. That's blasphemy. Okay? And, and that's pretty much what's happening, man. Okay? Let me get some more scriptures real quick. This is Isaiah 14. And chapter... Let me start at verse 12. And it says, how art thou fallen from heaven, O Lucifer, son of the morning? How art thou cut down to the ground, which did weaken the nations? All right, that Lucifer once again is talking about Esau Edom, man, the devil. Okay, because he's a light barrier. You see, verse 13 it says, for thou hast said in thy heart, I will ascend unto heaven, I will exalt my throne above the stars of the Most High. I will sit also upon the mount of the congregation. All right, the mount of the congregation is talking about the people, man. Okay, starting with the Israelites. In the sides of the north, I will ascend above the heights of the cloud. I will be like the Most High. You see? That's what Esau Edom is doing, man. Okay? That's what these people are doing nowadays. They trying to be like the Most High. Okay? And I mean, it shows through the records of all the things that they've been doing across the world and the things that they're doing to the people. But right now it's going to show more and more that he's trying to be like the Most High in the wicked way by what? Pushing the what? The grain of rice. Okay? The CHIP. All right? The MOTB that is speaking of in the book of Revelation chapter 13. All right. So let me see if I can get another. This is Book of Daniel, chapter 7, and in verse 25. Daniel chapter 7, verse 25. He shall speak great words against the Most High. You see, that's all they do. All right, that's what that devil was doing in that video, man. He was just speaking words against the Lord. Okay, and it says, and shall wear out the saints of the Most High. Yeah, and who are the saints of the Most High, man? The Israelites, so-called blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans. Okay, you know, because we serve hardcore slavery, bondage. All right, and now we're being affected. We're being destroyed by GMO toxic. You see, by different type of philosophy. They coming onto us, you know, spiritually. Okay, so the Israelites is what, man? We what, man? We you know, we worn out. Okay, you know, physically and spiritually, man, mentally. You see, it says, and he shall speak great words against the Most High, and shall wear out the saints of the Most High, and think to change times and laws, and they shall be given into his hand until a time and times, and dividing of times. Okay, so this devil's trying to be just like the Most High, man. Okay, but it's, you know, it's not gonna happen, man. It's just not gonna happen. The Most High is not gonna allow that to happen. All right, but that's what's happening right now. You know, for y'all people that don't know what's going on in the world. All right, you know, instead of you worrying about Will Smith slapping what's his name, Chris Rock, you know, for some weird shit, man, that was just nothing but, it was a setup, man. It was staged. All right, that's all that really was. You know, it was staged for you. It was a distraction to distract y'all people, you know. So Esau is coming up with different type of things to distract you, man. It's the book of Isaiah 45, and in verse 5, and it says, I am the Lord Yahweh, and there is none else. There is no God beside me. I girded thee, and though thou had not known me. All right, and that's talking about us. You see, because our people, you know, the majority of our people, so-called blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans, and scattered Israelites amongst the other nations, we don't know our power. Okay, if we don't know our power, you really think that these heathens gonna know who the Lord is? Okay, but the Lord said, I am the Lord Yahweh, and there is none else. Okay, there's nobody else up there but him himself. Okay, it says that they may know from the rising of the sun and from the west that there is none beside me. Okay, in the spirit world, there's nobody else but him. You know, he's the one that's controlling everything, man. Okay, and it says, I am the Lord Yahweh, and there is none else. I form the light and create darkness. I make peace and create evil. I, the Lord, do all these things. Okay, he's the author, man. He's the director. Okay, and he's the writer. You see, he's the one that do all of this. Okay, you know, he control us. All right, and even us Israelites, we can't even play a part of trying to be like the Most High, or trying to, you know, boost ourselves up and think that we're something where we're nothing. You see, but once again, that's what, you know, that's why the Most High has war against Amalek from generation to generation, because this devil is trying to be like the Most High, man, and that's blasphemy. You see, but once again, man, you know, they pushing the grain of rice. Okay, you know, so hey, man, hopefully that this video was edifying as well as uplifting. And I'm going to say, Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahushua, Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahushua. All right. And Shalom goes to the elect of the nation of Israel that the Most High is giving salvation to in these very last days. Shalom.